Right back at it with another YouTube video for y'all, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are back. We are back. We are back. Back at it with another reaction video for y'all, man. Yes, sir. So, look, man. We got Saweetie. Apparently, she's giving up the box for a piece of change. She wanted to do something strange for a piece of change now. So, apparently, she's going to all these countries and doing this stuff. I believe she's dating she was dating a soccer player for money and stuff like that. It's a whole lot of foolishness and stuff going on. So this video is Saweetie's Dubai secret just cost her everything. So let's see what this is about, man. Hit that like button, that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, man. I appreciate y'all for joining me. Let's get it, man. Let's go. We're not gonna waste no time. Let's get it.
For a while, but now there is a woman on Instagram who is accusing Saweetie of being a yacht girl. And for those of you who don't know what a yacht girl is, it's basically a girl who sells cookies, but she's not a Girl Scout.
You may
It's a prostitute.
heard of this young lady because I haven't either. Her name is Maybach May. If you look at her Instagram, it doesn't seem like she has a whole lot of stuff popping. She just looks like the average chick with a BBL and a nice body,
right?
And nothing else is to be seen there. Right?
Nope.
But that's what you think. Just because somebody don't have a whole lot of followers, it don't mean that they're not important in the industry. And according to this chick, she's more important than we think. Fast forward. Maybach May is one of the largest madams in the industry. And what Maybach May does is she connects a lot of beautiful women to rich men all over the world. She's going to Dubai, Lagos, Europe, wherever you think that the rich guys are at, she has them in her system. And a lot of girls want to deal with Maybach May because she's the connection to all the guys with the money.
That is sick. Modern day prostitution. So she's basically running a prostitution business. Bro, what? Has that become mainstream? Has prostitution become mainstream, bro? Because this is insane, bro. This is all it is.
This allegedly is Saweetie. Now, if you look at Saweetie's Instagram following, she got 12.4 million followers. Why would Saweetie be working with a lady that got 25,000 followers? Well, here's a story. Maybach May had a connection with a guy by the name of Jaydon Sancho. Now, he plays in the Premier European League. I think it's Manchester United. I'm not necessarily sure. But the guy makes a lot of money, like over $180,000 per week.
Wow.
And this dude is known for tricking on...
That's goals. Wait, and he's known for tricking?
No, women. Like, he is known for spending a whole lot of money.
Damn.
So basically, what Maybach May did was say, listen, Saweetie, I got this dude, and he's a younger guy. He's like 21. And you know, Saweetie is closer to being like 30. So look, this young dude, if you deal with him, he'll spend money on you. But...
Nah, that is sick. That is sick, bro. Sick world we live in, gang.
Here's what you gotta do. You gotta pay me my money, and you know, whatever else you get from him, you can keep. But as long as I get my cut, I'm cool.
He's right, you know.
And here's a text message that's even explaining that. Here it says, what you doing? We should do a big bear trip with good friends, group co-ed. Oh my God, it's so nice here. And even that code is 2 hours from LA. At the studio, girl, all my friends out of state. When bees run it up.
These are the messages between them? Wow. That's insane, bro. Saweetie, what is you doing?
And Jaydon, how much they doing in a weekend? Woo! Now, this is evidence, right? Fast forward! But here's what Saweetie did. She fell in love with Jaydon, or got Jaydon to fall in love with her. And so she ended up in a full relationship with Jaydon Sancho.
Yeah.
Now, Jaydon Sancho ended up getting, you know, a tattoo of her, I think like on his neck
he
or
did?
something like that.
Nah,
and
he's wild.
basically, they got into a full-blown relationship and basically cut off Maybach May. And so this is the problem at bay. Maybach May is saying, listen, You owe me money, and you was out here dealing with the dude that I set you up with, and now you don't want to pay me?
That's crazy.
Let's go back to that first text message. She goes, Sancho, after you done paying and getting tattoos of a 304, you barely know. Run me my money. She hates her career, so you come right on time like the trick you are.
Damn.
I just want what y'all owe me. So obviously Jaydon didn't pay her, and Saweetie must have told him not to pay.
That's crazy.
Now, what else? Cocaine, witchcraft, and liquor is one hell of a mix.
What?
Send me my bread home.
Cocaine, witchcraft, and liquor is a hell of a... Whoa, she airing out the dirty laundry. Damn, that's crazy. What? Nah, gang, what Saweetie got going on, bro? See, everything comes out to light. Bro, what?
Record. Woo! Now, before I get into the rest of the screenshots, I kind of want to get into what Saweetie is kind of known for.
Saweetie is allegedly a yacht girl who makes far more money from yachting than she does from her music career.
Damn.
And according to this blind item, she allegedly has a substance abuse problem that is making her messy and causing her to lose yachting clients. And the blind item reads, this A- list Nepo baby, who's a rapper, singer, niece, cousin, and granddaughter of famous names, earns way more from yachting each week than from her actual music.
Nah, that's crazy.
But her substance habit has gotten out of control, and the messiness is driving clients away fast.
So Saweetie is known for being a yacht girl. So this is the girl who doesn't really advertise that they're selling cheeks, but they are selling cheeks. And again, this young lady already mentioned that Saweetie has a drug problem. And this other lady here is saying that, hey, Saweetie is out here clapping cheeks, and a lot of clients are tired of her and her drug issues. And she's not the only person to mention this sort of...
So she's selling cheeks and she do coke and substance abuse? Bro, that is psycho, bro. Yo. Damn, the music not paying the bills no more. I mean, because she really hasn't had a hit in I don't know how long, bro. Like, word. She really don't do music like that. Like, what has she been doing all these years? And we see now what she's been doing. Damn, Saweetie. Bait it.
freestyling idea.
It's just crazy how, like, you could really sell cheeks out here. Women really sell cheeks out here, bro. It's crazy. Cheeks for checks. Yo.
You need to build your brand up so that you're not known as a 304, because what men really like, they like freestylers better, okay? They don't want a girl to be posting ads online and stuff. No, they want to feel like they just stumbled across the beautiful women, and for this price, they could have access.
So,
What?
you know, this lady has a good point. Like, people don't want you to be advertising your cheeks out there, but they want to know that you're down with the get down.
Mm-hmm.
And it gets even worse.
I'm not saying that her music is a cover-up. No, it's not a cover-up. She's an entertainer that goes along with it. So like a child actor grows up, then they're known for being a 304 all of a sudden, but not to regular people. As far as you guys know, they're just a singer, a dancer, an actor, a YouTuber, anything, an influencer. A lot of high-end 304s.
Nah, so basically you could be a prostitute but mask it as something else. That's insane work, I'll tell you that. That's insane, bro. That is crazy. Yo. This whole time Saweetie been selling cheeks, bro, and just masking it as you an entertainer.
Actually influencers, and that's what builds your brand better. Why do you think I'm in so many people's YouTube videos? I'm on podcasts like Fresh and Fit. I'm in 20v1s with Kodak. It's all because it builds your persona, it builds your brand. So this way, when I say, hey, I want X amount, it makes sense because I'm an entertainer, I'm a celebrity.
Now, she's breaking down the whole playbook for influencers. If you look at somebody like Saweetie, she's always on like 20 versus 1 shows. She's always on like podcasts, the Fresh and Fit. Like, she moves around, and you don't really see a whole lot of the better rappers doing that, like Cardi B. And to be honest, Cardi B, you know, did mention that Saweetie was doing stuff like this. Remember that Saweetie was with Quavo, and then Saweetie ended up sleeping with Offset, which caused some tension between the whole Migos crew and all of that. Like, I mean, Saweetie just is down bad for real.
Oh,
like,
D down bad, bro.
bad.
She's just destruction, bro. Like, you had this pretty face, but you are destructive, gang. Crazy.
But
down
check
bad.
this out.
Down bad, I tell ya. She down bad. Like, no cap, bro.
You're crucified for it. People get so mad every single time I bring it up. But your favorite musicians are not very wealthy. Like, there's no money to be made in the music industry. A lot of them are broke. Some of the influencers on this app make more money than your favorite musicians. And the reason why, it's not just because, I think especially this applies especially like in hip hop, it's not just because they don't get paid that much. It's also because they get paid a decent amount. It's because their lifestyle is extremely expensive. Like, if you are in hip hop, part of being in hip hop is that you have to look rich, you have to pretend to be ultra wealthy, and living outside of your means is very expensive. It's not just like having a fancy house and owning cars, right? It's also like having a glam team all the time, having an agent, having a manager, having a social media person. All of that is very, very expensive. In your mind, you thought Saweetie was affording all of that off of her music career when she's been in the game 10 years and has still not put out a debut album?
Now, this show you mentioned something similar
That's crazy.
about your favorite influencers.
Yeah, she don't have not one album. I didn't even peep that. Damn, yeah, nah, it's quiet.
Now, for me, I'm looking at 12.4 million followers. I'm like, damn, she must be doing good. But if you look at her lifestyle, she got to keep up that image, right? Like, that's how she got popular.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is something that's interesting because somebody like me, as a YouTuber or a down bad influencer, like, I got, popular because of my commentary. Nobody follows me because I need to be extravagant or opulent or fashion-based. And
Right.
This is why a lot of YouTubers end up having more money than influencers, because people tend to watch us for us, and we don't have a pressure of trying to be, flashy or live a big lifestyle.
That's a good point.
That's the same thing with athletes. They don't have to actually live a rich lifestyle to be rich. Like Kawhi Leonard is a good example of that. But if you come in the game and you're a hot chick like Saweetie, you have a lifestyle, and if the money isn't coming in because the music industry doesn't pay it, you got to get that money somehow, all right? And so,
That's
and
crazy.
then also, she's never had a debut album, so you're not making money from music. So what are you making money from?
The clapathon. That's what she making money from. Over and over, pounded, over and over again. But a piece of change, bro. That's crazy. What has the world come to, man? What has the world come to?
There's more.
If you are ever trying to pocket watch your favorite celebrity and their musician specifically, right, you're trying to figure out if they're broke or not, all you have to do is check to see their endorsement deals, right? The more endorsement deals they have, the more paid they are. If you have a favorite celebrity, I'm not gonna say no names, there's one in particular I'm thinking of, and they haven't had an endorsement deal in years, they're probably broke. And I'm gonna leave that at that. Unless they own
Not a lot of them endorsement, like you have like the stuff that you're getting paid by, like let's say it's music or like basketball or whatever. But those endorsement deals too, the brand deals really make sure you good. Like, that's a goal of mine. I definitely want to get an endorsement brand deal, bro. Like the sponsors, them sponsors pay the bills, gang. Like, word.
They're kept on the hush. They're probably broke.
So this is an important distinction. Again, like if you look at somebody and the brand deals that they have, this would indicate how much money they actually make. Now, this is something that we saw with Will Smith. Once Will Smith slaps Chris Rock, he lost a lot of brand deals, okay? And so this hurt him financially. Now, you already know his lifestyle is really up there. It's expensive. But to lose brand deals, which, I mean, again, I would assume that Saweetie has a lot of brand deals, or maybe she doesn't. But if you don't have those brand deals, and those brand deals pay a lot of money, it's kind of how you make cash in the industry. And so if you somehow lose that, you lose it all. Okay? And this is kind of what's happening with Saweetie. She doesn't really have brand deals. Okay? So if you don't have brand deals, you're not a podcaster, you're not really working a lot. You got to make that money, because this industry for music is not really there. And, YouTubing is there, but YouTubing is hard. People can say, well, why don't you start a podcast? A lot of people have podcasts.
Right.
It's still hard. It's not easy, doing this work every day.
Right.
So, the quickest way to do that is, I mean, if you were going to sleep with somebody anyway, it was to go head on and basically pay to get the cheeks slapped.
Damn, so basically she's turned to prostitution because she don't have any other skills game. That's what I'm hearing. She don't have no purpose. That's crazy, bro. Music ain't selling, so what are you gonna do? Sell the box. That's insane. You have no other skills, no other way to, you know, like, you can't try acting, you can't try none of that. Like, she a pretty girl, like, you Sephora, like, makeup, model, something. You gonna sell the box? That is just crazy, gang.
That too.
Crazy.
But the manosphere guys have always taught that certain ladies are always for sale. It don't matter. Like, a lot of girls, you know what? Let me just say this. Fast forward. I know so many ladies who are IG influencers, especially in this part of the world. And again, they're like yacht girls. They out here, they're living it up. They may have a few brand deals, but trust me, like, they can barely pay their rent.
Yeah.
They can barely pay for electricity. I mean, like, they need hair, they need makeup. They constantly have to live in that lifestyle. You know, going to dinner, going to 4 Points. I mean, that might be going to dinner, going to hotels, things like that. It costs money to keep playing like that, you know,
right.
Being out. And, you know, you popping bottles, you buying Don Julio in the club. Somebody gotta pay for that.
Right, exactly. Somebody gotta pay for that shit. All that shit costs money, and it's like, bro, like, you don't have to do, like, if you want to do that every once in a while, okay, but doing that every day is gonna cost you. Even if you are rich, that shit, you're gonna be spending a lot of money, bro. A lot. It's gonna be exhausting spending that continuously.
Every day. I mean, you get chicks that look so good and they're begging for KFC, like literally begging for KFC. You would never think that a chick that has a big following on TikTok or Instagram is that broke, but so many chicks don't really have money like that. And this is why, like, dudes who are consistent and they may have a good business, you would have a shot. Like, literally, if you're willing to pay, you would have a shot at these cheeks.
Right.
I'm just being real. You would be able to go head on and get that clapping off. You might not think so, but oh yes, it happens a lot. So guys, what do you think?
That's crazy, bro, the world we living in, bro. Like, you would think the prettiest girls that's always on IG, the IG models and stuff, they really selling that box because they got to keep up that lifestyle. Wow, that's crazy. So if you got a crush on an IG model, y'all just know what she doing for that piece of change. But that's the video, y'all. Thank you for watching. More videos coming soon. We going crazy, man. I appreciate y'all for joining me. We staying up with the consistency, and I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching. More videos coming soon. I'll see you on the next video, man.